That was the wrong chord on the end. What's up, guys? So anyways, want to throw another tutorial out there for you guys. An invitation to take guitar, bass, or vocal lessons for that matter over the computer using modern technology. Is it still modern? Skype? But anyways, basically a webcam. I teach the guitar and bass. My wife Jolene teaches vocals. You'll find us throughout my channel here at youtube.com/RockinGuitarLessons1 and Rocking Guitar Lessons 2, but primarily this is the active channel, Rocking Guitar Lessons 1. So the way it's set up, it's basically just like, coming to the studio and taking a private lesson. If you're a first timer here seeing this, I'm just really a kickback teacher. I've been teaching since 1992 or 93, one or the other. It's all I've done. Not very good at many other things in life. I'm definitely not a, around the house fix-it guy. Ask my wife, she'll tell you. But anyways, but they're really cool. Probably, if that's something you're interested in, either way, I would send you to rockingguitarlessons.com so you can look at the page regarding Skype lessons, because it has everything you need on there. Rather than me say it all right now, you can go there and read it. You got to have high-speed internet and webcam, and obviously, and the price breakdowns are there. The way we do it is $59 per hour, or $34 per half hour, or if you pay for the month, you get a discount. And I don't know the exact amount of the discount. It is posted at rockingguitarlessons.com. That's the temporary website that's currently up. So you can get all the details there. My Skype name is Rockin' Guitar Lessons, and that's if it's something you're interested in doing, you would definitely want to. That'd be step one. And for Jolene, I don't put hers out there a whole lot as far as her Skype name, but I may as well. Rockin' Jojo, ROCKINJOJO. But if you want to hit me up at mine, and I could pass it on, either way is fine. And one thing, I've probably been teaching on Skype definitely for the past year. It's been over a year. So, I've learned a little bit about it as I go. One of the routes that's working, there's a few suggestions that I will make, and one of them, and Jolene will tell you the same thing, is have a notebook handy to jot down some notes, whether it's a half hour or an hour. The problem is, and I guarantee you, because as long as I've been teaching privately in music stores throughout Southern California, you kind of see it all. And what happens a lot of times is people come in and they're like, oh, I got this, I'll remember it. And if you have a good memory, that's cool, and that's going to be beneficial to you as a student as well. But what's going to happen is, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks down the road, you're going to start forgetting some of the other stuff. So I always suggest it's a good idea to write notes down. I have a couple Skype students that actually, and Nate, who's one of my Skype students, I don't know how he does it exactly, but he has it set up where it's actually recording audio and video during his Skype lesson. I suppose you can use any video camera and set it up, but I think he has his linked into the computer somehow. But that's really the best route, because you get the audio and the audio and the video. Also, something I've been doing recently is actually, it's not really recently. I've been doing it for probably 6 months now. Is at the end of the lesson, and this is optional, it's up to you. I suggest it unless you have your own way of recording it. But Skype will allow you to send up to 3 minutes of a video message in the text box of Skype. And you just click on that little play button there, and it'll play 3 minutes. So I recap as much as I possibly can. I usually get it all in there in the 3 minutes, but the other day I ended up having to do a double video, and I wasn't sure if it would work, and it did. So there's that option too. And what I do, because it's about a 5-minute process from the time I record it, and then I got to send it and wait for it to show up. My Skype lessons are getting real busy, teaching via Skype. So, and you guys know, you guys that take lessons from me, a lot of times it's like, okay man, our hour's up, whatever, got to bail, got another student coming. If I am sending the Skype video, what we need to do is cut it short 5 minutes, so I have time to do that without cutting into the next student's time, because you can ask my existing Skype students, it'll, especially the ones later in the day, it's like I'm running 10 minutes behind or whatever. That's because either there's been a little issue with Skype, but usually it's not that. Usually it's because I love teaching, man, and I do keep track of time, but it's like you get into something, we're almost finished, and I was working on this solo. It's for Guns N' Roses song for one of my Skype students, and it's almost done. But anyways, what happens when I do that is I have to wait to send that 3-minute video, which will be a 5-minute process. And last week, I was like, man, I got to get a better grip on it, because I did the same thing with the next student. So before you know it, I had, I think, 3 of them that I needed to send, and I had to go refigure out what we had done, especially if you're working on a guitar solo or something where there's a lot of notes. So it's better to do it fresh while I'm right there. We've just went over it during your lesson, and then me send it. But not a big deal. Like I said, it only takes 5 minutes total, man, for the whole process to get you that video. My email, mike@rockingguitarlessons.com. This is the best way to contact me. And like I said, if it's regarding taking voice lessons, I'll just pass the information on, or you can add Jolene on Skype. Now, the last point I want to make, some of you students of mine have been playing for a long time, some of you guys longer than me, and then some are brand new. But I don't know that if I haven't met you guys yet. I only know what you tell me. So it's a good idea, and most of you do this anyways, but send me, a few sentences, man, or a paragraph, how long you've been playing, what your struggles have been, what you've accomplished, because I don't know if you guys understand how to palm mute or do a pinch harmonic or a natural harmonic or vibratos or any of that. So as much information as you can give me. You don't have to write a book about it, but just to give me some information. That way when we get started, I'll usually, if it's your first lesson, have you play something for me. I don't care if it's 30 seconds long, but it's not so I can sit there and critique. It's really so I can see where you're at in your playing, so I know where to take you. And I also leave the option to my students to work on whatever you want to work on. How many teachers do you know that'll do that? Well, I know a lot of teachers in the Inland Empire, and some of them do, but a lot of them don't. They have a preset regiment lesson plan for you, and I'm not knocking that. But I teach you guys the way that I learned myself, and it worked for me, and I was motivated. So, and I've got, 2 decades of teaching, all ages, all styles, all levels. So, anyways, if that's something you think you'd be interested in, hit me up, and we'll get you set up. When you add me on Skype, and if you know it's something you want to do, taking the lessons, just send me a couple sentences. Like I was just talking about, that'll totally eliminate, because what will happen is I know a lot of you guys are anxious to get started on lessons, but then we end up in this mail thing back and forth, and I'll send this, and then I'll ask questions, and then you'll reply, and then more questions. May as well, bust it all out from the get-go, so we can kick the gate open and get you rocking. So that's it for this. This is just a tutorial invitation for guitar, bass, or vocal lessons with Mike Gross, that's me, or my wife Jolene Gross. Until next time, keep practicing, take your time, play things slow. If there's something not clear, you'll hear it slowly, where if you're playing it fast, you may not. There's little things like that. Alright, peace, see you guys.